Alright, this looks Sneaky. We call her Sneaky for short. And I did the first 10 steps with her, starting with step 2 here on the first video. So you could see what this mare, or this filly, was doing. I let her off for 3 days after the first one. And now this will be exactly 3 days from the first time we did the first video. So this is the second video of the 10 steps to riding. And this mare is really unique. She's not mean, but she's stubborn, and she is an alpha mare. So if you notice, she puts her head up, she turns her nose outward away from me, she tenses up her body. As long as it's her idea, it's okay, but if it's my idea, it's a different story. So actually, I like this filly because all the other horses I worked are on the bottom of the totem pole, so they were a little bit more willing to do what I asked them. So this horse here is actually, I'm not saying she's challenging me, but she's just letting me know that she can voice her opinion, and that is fine. But I'm kind of glad I have this filly because you can see the difference in a strong-willed animal, an alpha mare, and one that's docile. And this filly has never been abused, so there's a different story there as well. But I'm going to show you some techniques, like if a horse was abused, how I approach it, and then how I walk away from it. This filly will probably be more willing to follow me because she's never been abused, but this is how I approach a horse that's been abused. So if someone has a horse that's been messed up, this is actually the first step you need to do with this horse before you do anything else. So I'm going to set that example today through this video. But in the process, I'm going to try to keep her together. I don't have anybody to move this camera, so I'm going to try to put it in the center and do the best I can with it, but you pretty well should get an idea of what's going on. More important than anything, you need to watch my body language and watch the horse's body language and watch how we're connecting. This is really, really important because this is how these steps work, is through body language and through communication. So here we go. Oh, it's going to take me a little bit to get there. Got nobody to watch. Go down and see. I'll do my best that I can to talk to it. This horse is, on the first video, this horse was did not like things over her head. She just freaked out. She doesn't like the sound of crinkling tarp, so we got a tarp on her pen to get her used to things, the sound of a tarp, and she's actually getting better. So she's not running away from me. So we'll see how she progresses from the first video we did. And my video picks up noises a lot louder than they are. So when you hear things, it's not like I'm beating this horse. I want you to understand. It's tapping on the ground or whatever. I don't beat my horses, and I don't. When I hit her on the side and on the tip of the butt, that's what an alpha mare does when he wants to get a horse to listen to them. So it's not like I'm mean to her. The first video, this filly wouldn't come to me. So I'm going to stand here and tell her I don't want to play the game. I want her to come to me. So I'm going to bow my head, shake my head yes, and say, can I come to you? Okay, and last time she ran off from me. So this is the second video. You've got to give these horses time to think. Now I don't have the halter. We're going to have to get over here because you can't see me. This horse is standing in the corner perfect. Okay, I don't have a halter on her. I'm going to turn her around. When you have a horse that's abused, I'm going to ask you to stay here. When you have a horse that's abused, you get behind the shoulders and you get right up to the horse. You don't touch him, and you cock this leg and you put this head down. And see what she's doing? I shake my head yes, and I tell her I want to be your friend, and then I turn around and I walk away. This is what you do with a horse that's abused. In other words, you're not touching him. You're taking that horse that you want to be in their herd, that you want to be on their side. When she turned and looked at me, then I walked away, okay? So when I'm going to go up to a horse that's been abused, you're not going to touch. You're going to get right behind those shoulder blades You're going to cock this leg, okay? And you're going to put your head down and relax your body. You're not looking at the horse. And you just nod your head, yes, up, down, up, down, up. That's the same as saying a yes. When she turns her nose into me, I do that gesture. And then I just go, and I take a deep breath, relax. I'll turn around and I'll walk away. I will not look at that horse. If I have to untie the horse, I'll untie it, turn around, walk away, and then wait 2 or 3 days and go back and do it again. Come here, baby. Come here, Sneaky. So I'm cueing her to come to me. Of course, you know, she's a little strong-willed, so that's all right. But she's not fighting me. So today we're going to see how she responds to step 2. We've been working on step 1. So I'm going to ask her to go again. I'm going to go out with my arm. I'm going to step behind the girth. I'm going to see if she goes out. I'm going to tap the ground. I'm going to tap her. See, I didn't even tap her, and she already knew to go. And you notice my rope is not tight. So if she gets a little tight, I'm going to milk it because I want this rope to be relaxed. My arm's out, and I'm right in the girth area. I don't care if she walks. I just want her to keep moving. So I got my arm out. I'm right in the girth area. She's moving around me. So I'm going to turn her hip out. I'm going to see if she goes the other way. Okay, good girl. This is totally different from the first video. So I'm going to stay in her area. Now I'm going to stop her. Whoa. She doesn't want to do it. This is the alpha side. This is the alpha side, so she didn't do it. So when she throws that hip out, I'm going to pull her back, and I'm going to go this way. I'm going to tap the ground and ask her to come up. Good girl, Sneaky. Good girl. So sometimes you have to move with your horse, but don't ever get in front of the shoulders or behind the hips. So you know, you might have to when you first start out, no big deal. So I'm going to ask her to stop. I went to the left side, the friendly side. Whoa. So I'm going to ask you to come in again. Whoa. Now, you see the difference on the friendly side? The alpha side, she wouldn't stop. So I shake my head, yes. I'm doing this gesture. My belly button's facing there. I'm not blocking her. And I come back and say, thank you. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to be your friend. Say thank you. Good girl. Now I nod my head, nod my head. Body's relaxed. Nod my head. So now we're going to go to the 21 foot and see what she did. We're going to go to the 21 footer and see how she goes with the 21 footer. That's step 3. Step 4 is with no ropes at all. So we're going to see what happens here. She did really good. You got to have horses. You got to give them time to think about what they've been taught. Okay? Thank you. Ears are up. So we're going to go to the 21 footer. She's going to be able to get away from me now. Good girl. So I want you to see the difference from step 1 and step 2. And this is all in my body language. And this carrot stick is just a communication with the horse. It's an extension of my arm. I'm not here to beat her. I'm not here to do anything with her. But see, if I point right to that hip, see? She's already moving. See that? As far as she knows, she thinks I'm going to come bite her. Look at that. Beautiful. 21 footer. Want to go all the way out. Good girl. And I reward a lot. Good Sneaky. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. And she should do this whole round pin. This is a 50-foot diameter, so she should go to the end of it. So I'm going to stay with her. See how loose this rope is? When you watched the first video, the rope was tight. She was pulling. She sees April there, so she's shying away. She kicked out at me, she thought I told her to go. When that butt goes outward, I am going to turn her in. But you notice her head and eyes is above mine, She's not licking. She's not doing anything. She's just doing her job. So I'm going to bring her in. And tap. I'm going to push her out by the rib cage. And I don't care what she does. She's not pulling against me. My arm's out like a dance. And I'm right there with her. She wants to canter. That's fine. Hey. Now I'm saying no, no. We don't do that. And if she gets too cocky, I'm going to do my gesture like this. I'll go. See what she does? She runs faster. Because I'm telling her, no, we don't act like that. She's on the wrong lead on the back, but that's all right. Okay, we're going to turn her around. I want her to listen to me. I want her to turn in. Turn in. So I'm going to ask her. Come on. I don't want to hit her. I just want to tell her to go. Extension of my hand, I'm communicating with her. So we're going to bring her out, turn her in. I'm going to tell her to go over. Good girl. We're going to try it one more time. Good girl. We're going to try one more time. As soon as that hip goes back, we're going to go out. And I'm going to ask her to turn. Come on. Thank you. Up, whoop, whoop. Easy. Thank you. Good girl. This is step 3. She's doing very, very well. Good girl. Whoa. Whoa. And you know what? Don't get upset. Whoa. Whoa. 3 times. Good girl. I'm going to squeeze this milk. Look at that. Look how sensitive she is. Belly button's facing that way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I want her to come to me. Good girl. That was step 3. And look what she's done already. Amazing. Totally different between the first and the second video. I wanted to put these two together so you guys can see what's going on here, but you need to understand, I'm using my body language. I know when to pick up my shoulders, suck in my gut. I know when to tighten this muscle, when to tighten that muscle. I know when to do all this stuff when I'm telling her she's misbehaving. You know, so I mean, what you're not seeing what I'm doing when it comes to communication. Horses have muscles of galore in here. They use everything. They communicate in a lot of ways. And she's got her eyes below mine. She ain't got her head up. Her ears a little sideways. Not bad. So I'm going to say thank you. So we're going to see if she can flex for me, since I got her standing. So we're just starting right here on the flex. Throw this over real lightly. Now see, she got away from me. So that's all right. See, she gets a little nervous about this stuff, and it's okay. But if you stay on the road, she ain't gonna go nowhere. So I don't want her to get excited. So this is why I have long ropes, because this horse won't do anything compared to that's all right. So I want her to, see, now we're going to calm her down because she's getting silly. So I'm going to ask her to come in. I'm going to hold her. I want her to understand some things. Okay? So I don't want her to get excited. of mine. Her ears are not half, they're both sideways. She doesn't like this, but that's okay. So, you know, we gotta do this so she gets used to this. So now we're gonna go down. I want her to stay. See, she wants to run. And you notice she's doing that on the alpha side? Not doing it on the friendly side. She don't care about the friendly side, but she don't like the alpha side. See this? Now watch. She used to not let me do this at all. Good girl. Now, she just stood there. So, I'm going to be her friend. Thank you. Now, there we go. Need to move my rope out. Now, see, she's looking. Oh. And she realizes, yeah, okay. Neon, what are you doing? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Up between the ears. Thank you. Good girl. Thank you. Good girl. My belly button's open. I don't want her to be afraid. Thank you. Now I couldn't ask for a better time. Guess what? We're gonna quit. I went from 18 minutes or 20 minutes probably down to half the time. And this is only the second time doing the 10 steps. I gave her 3 days off to think. Today was the third day to give her time to think about what she was taught. Good girl. She really listened to me. Thank you. Proud of you. Good girl, Sneaky. I am very proud of her. She did very well. So now I'll do this once a week, once every 4 days. If it's raining, she may have a week off. But she did very well. And she's following me. Wow. And since she did good, I didn't have my treats with me. I'm going to give her a little grass. I'm going to come back and reward her. Good girl. Good girl. So she did excellent, 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 excellent. And I like this mare because she's so strong-willed that when it comes to training, I love it because when they get their mind focused on something, they will stay to it until they get it. I love horses with this kind of attitude. A lot of people can't put up with them because they get discouraged, but a little more strong-willed, but they turn out to be excellent, excellent mounts. So anyway, today's the second time we did the 10 steps to riding with Sneaky, and she did very, very good. So I'm going to put the first video up and the second video up, and so you can see the difference within a 3-day span. So thank you very much for watching.